from an art background. You know, my dad, he's been an artist for years. He's actually an alumni to this school. So I've always heard talks with ECSU and art all my life.
Like when I was little, I used to love looking at like the Spiderwick Chronicles and like all the little creatures and stuff that they made. I'm fascinated with like character design, stuff like that. So I've always been into like the creative stuff. So I guess that's why I decided to go into graphic design so I could put my creativity out there, but in a logical way to make money. So that's why.
I taught K through 8th grade before coming here, so now it's like being in a setting where I really get to see minds grow and develop. So this way, and then I think the biggest thing is graduation. If I had to say a professor to see in graduation, students who come through the program and then they matriculate and they graduate and then working in their fields is probably the biggest thing.
I was able to take the stuff that I had learned working in the industry for years and unpack it for brand new students. To me, that was like one of the coolest things.
How to use my talents for my own benefit as far as profiting on my talents and making sure that I not only am producing art, but able to make a living out of it as well. It taught me communication, how to communicate with others, communicate with clients, how to build my resume. So it has helped me a lot with just preparing myself for future endeavors.
I've worked as an assistant. I've worked at a law firm. That was a little different. And even being away at a law firm for about 9 years, after a while, I said I wanted to leave and come back and be around students because I get my best enjoyment out of being around young people, watching them and seeing where they're going and how they chose that profession.
You know, one thing that this department taught me is things like business cards, things like having your website, because I have a professional business in graphic arts myself. And every time me coming to school, each semester that I'm here, I learn more and more.
Ever since I had came to this art department, I really didn't know what I really wanted to do over the time. I really was just there just like actually just see what I want to do. Taking photography too, I really didn't think much about it. It was like, I actually want to do this. Like, this is like one of the biggest things that actually gave me a good spark.
The biggest thing I've learned while I was in school and as a student is building a network of people who are going to help push you and help you grow. Because we are a small campus, this helps because you're not in a big class of maybe 1,000, you're maybe 30, 25, 10, that you can see those who have strength that will maybe support you and get you where you are.
Specifically about ECSU, I like the department because it's a small department, but it's a mighty department. There's always hope and there's always opportunities here and there's always someone to go to if you need anything.
Well, if you're in the arts, you need to find your way to the studio. Talent is an amazing thing. It's a wonderful asset, right? And you know, we all have talent, right? Some more than others. But I have seen people who had way more talent than I had not make it. And the reason is because they thought their talent would carry them. But the truth is, the work is what will carry you. You know, one of my famous sayings, Johann Sebastian Bach, they said, you know, it's amazing what you've been able to achieve in your life. And he said, I worked hard. Anybody that works as hard will get as far. I'm not going to be Johann Sebastian Bach, right? Maybe I will not be Picasso or Rembrandt or one of these other guys, or Michelangelo, for instance. But you know what? The difference between success and failure is the amount of oomph that you put in, the amount of effort that you put in. That's my advice.